It's a great pleasure to be here. Shalom, how are you? This is my first attendance at this event, as Jeremy said, as opposition leader. Can I begin by acknowledging the traditional owners of the land and acknowledging their elders past, present and emerging, and to acknowledge Daniel Andrews and all of our parliamentary colleagues. And I should also mention my protocol advisor as well, David Southwick. It keeps me on the proper path. It's great. This is a very happy room for me because my wife and I celebrated our wedding in this room, and I'm pleased to advise we're still married and we are still happy. So, but happy 75th anniversary for the great state of Israel. And I can only join with the Premier and say how proud I am, like I'm sure Daniel is, and all of our colleagues, to be part of a parliament that comes together with such strong support for the state of Israel and the Jewish community in Victoria and the Jewish community in Australia. It's always important that support be bipartisan. And tonight's a great opportunity to marvel at the great success of the state of Israel. Democracy in that region of the world cannot be easy, and we know from our own democracy how challenging balancing the rights and different viewpoints between people can be. The miracle of democracy in Israel cannot be underestimated, and I look to Israel with a great deal of admiration, like I'm sure all of us in this room do. Its success, not just in being a democratic benchmark in a part of the world where we only wish democracy could take hold, but what it's done in terms of multiculturalism and what it's done in terms of diversity is nothing short of amazing. And we forget how much of a miracle diversity really is, and multiculturalism is. Think of it, people coming together to live in a community with different experiences, sometimes unsure about what differences mean, but a society that has a fabric that gives people comfort in knowing that in difference there is unity and there is hope. And that's why in celebrating Israel's 75th anniversary, we can remember these remarkable achievements of a great people reflected in Victoria's Jewish community. And I just want to say at a local level in Hawthorne, I need to shout out Bialik and the Arc Centre, two organisations I do great work with and very honoured to work with. And more broadly, in the 6 months I've been in this role, and I'm still in this role, it's been a real honour. I need to tell you how much of an honour it has been to be able to go to so many Jewish celebrations and commemorations. And just recently, I was able to attend Monash University for the Holocaust commemoration with David and a number of others. I know many of you were there too. A very moving commemoration. And I just want to mention these things because, like the Premier, our work is not done. And only in recent weeks, and I intend to be candid, we've had Nazis protesting not more than 150 metres from where we met. In 2023, in this great state. And there they were protesting. And so I join with the Premier, and I want you to know that there is not a sliver of light on this between us. There will be a solid brick wall to this. And I remember a few weeks ago, you'll be familiar perhaps with some of the challenges I've had to deal with recently. And a week after that first protest, David Southwick and I went and had a tour of the new Holocaust Centre. And I consider myself pretty tough. But as I sat around the room, and there were some of you in the room with me, Daniel was there and some others, I was honoured and privileged to be able to hold the hand of Joe, a 92-year-old Holocaust survivor. And I remember him saying to me, David was sitting next to me, there were a few of us around tables, and he grabbed the hand, and his hand was shaking due to age. And we were talking about the Nazi protest 2 days before. And he said, John, we cannot let this happen again. And at that moment I realised just how real this is. It just isn't just about a bunch of violent, hateful people this touches deeply in our own humanity. And that moment of shared humanity, I knew just how important it is for all of us to stand together as we do. And so that experience with Joe just reinforced just how important it is to echo what the Premier said, and what I'm saying to you now, that we come together to be a strong bulwark against all of those insidious influences, and just know you have enormous support in this community. It is true, I am going to Israel with David Southwick and a number of our colleagues. My wife is worried that I'm spending too much time with David Southwick and may not come back. So, but I do want to say, and I know, I'm sure the Premier and our parliamentary colleagues who've had the privilege and honour of going to Israel have found out, but I am so excited to be able to go and visit Israel and just study their acumen, their achievements in the area of innovation. It's health, agriculture, water technology, leading edge thinking. Not just for the thrill and excitement of seeing this, but to understand how all of this can be translated into the solutions we need to find for difficult problems we face with a growing population, with demands on all manner of services. That trip for me is going to be important, not just in terms of being able to experience being in Israel, but to understand advanced thinking that is leading the world in so many ways. So like the Premier, I join in congratulating Israel on its 75th anniversary, assuring you, the Jewish community of Victoria and Australia, that you have rock solid support, and you can't get rid of us, and that I look forward to working closely with you in the months and years ahead. Thank you.